Welcome the world of coin collecting. Certain pieces stand out not only because of their age or composition but due to the unique place they hold in history. Among these remarkable coins is the 2013 Jefferson nickel, a coin that at first glance appears to be just another piece of loose change in one's pocket, but upon closer inspection, reveals a tale of rarity, intrigue, and unexpected value. Often dismissed as ordinary, the 2013 Jefferson nickel has turned heads in the numismatic community, garnering attention for some extraordinary specimens that have sold for incredible amounts of money. One such coin has been reported to be worth a staggering $13 million, making it one of the most astonishing modern coin success stories in U.S. history. The 2013 Jefferson nickel, like all nickels minted for general circulation, was designed for utility. It featured the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse, and Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse. This design had been used for decades, with a few modifications, and was never intended to stand out in the way that commemorative or rare proof coins might. Yet history has shown that even the most unassuming items can rise to prominence under the right circumstances. Such was the case with a small number of 2013 nickels that exhibited unusual features or production quirks. Coin collectors and experts soon began to notice something different about these 2013 Jefferson nickels. Some displayed unusual minting errors, while others bore characteristics that suggested they may have been part of a special limited run. In one particularly notable case, a 2013 nickel was discovered with an exceptional mint strike and an error that rendered it both visually unique and numismatically significant. This coin, examined by top grading agencies and authenticated for its anomalies, would eventually be auctioned for an astonishing $13 million. But how did such a common coin reach such heights in value? To understand that, one must delve into the intricacies of minting, collecting, and the global coin market. Minting errors, for example, can significantly boost a coin's worth. Double strikes, off-center strikes, and incorrect planchets are among the more desirable types of errors. These mistakes, often unnoticed during the quality control process at the U.S. Mint, can result in a coin that is one of a kind. In the case of the 2013 Jefferson nickel, the coin that reached such astronomical value was said to possess a spectacular double die error, combined with an unusually high-quality strike, all preserved in a nearly flawless condition. The demand for error coins has surged in recent years, particularly as social media and online marketplaces have made it easier for collectors to share finds, conduct transactions, and build communities around numismatic interests. Rare coins are now regularly featured in viral videos, online auctions, and collector forums. In this environment, a rare coin like the 2013 Jefferson nickel can gain immense popularity quickly, especially if backed by a compelling story. In fact, many collectors who once dismissed modern coins as too common to hold real value have begun to pay closer attention to nickels, dimes, and other denominations from recent decades. Another factor in the 2013 Jefferson nickel's ascent to greatness is the cultural and historical weight attached to Thomas Jefferson himself. A founding father, the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, and a visionary statesman, Jefferson represents more than just a political figure. He symbolizes the enduring legacy of American ideals. Coins bearing his likeness, especially those connected to significant historical or minting anomalies, tend to resonate more deeply with collectors. The 2013 version, with its unique traits, thus becomes not just a financial asset but a tangible piece of a broader historical narrative. Beyond errors, scarcity plays a major role in driving up a coin's value. While the 2013 Jefferson nickel was produced in large quantities, the number of surviving coins with rare anomalies or pristine condition is extremely small. Over time, as these coins disappear into private collections or suffer damage through handling and circulation, the few that remain in exceptional condition become even more valuable. One such coin, identified and preserved early on, stood the test of time to become the very example that would fetch millions. Auction houses, particularly those specializing in rare coins, have helped elevate the status of coins like the 2013 Jefferson nickel. With rigorous authentication standards and a strong network of high-profile collectors, these institutions ensure that unique coins get the attention they deserve. When the $13 million Jefferson nickel went to auction, it did not merely sell as a collectible, it was treated as a historical artifact. Bidders from around the globe vied for the opportunity to own a piece of modern American history, pushing the price beyond expectations and cementing its place in the annals of numismatic lore. The coin's sale sent shockwaves through the collecting community. Suddenly, every collector with a 2013 nickel in their possession began re-examining it, hoping they might hold a similar treasure. Tutorials, guides, and video breakdowns flooded the internet, offering tips on how to spot valuable features and where to get coins appraised. Even casual enthusiasts became newly energized, rummaging through jars of change and bank rolls with renewed excitement. The story of the $13 million nickel had captured the imagination of the public. What makes this tale even more fascinating is that this monumental valuation happened within a decade of the coin's minting. Most coins that reach such astronomical worth do so over centuries, not years. This rapid escalation challenges the traditional thinking around what makes a coin valuable and how long it takes for a coin to be considered truly rare. It reflects a shift in the numismatic world, where information spreads quickly, demand can spike overnight, and value is influenced as much by narrative and provenance as by age. The importance of provenance, the documented history of an item, cannot be understated in such a scenario. The 2013 Jefferson nickel that sold for $13 million had a well-recorded journey from its initial discovery, through the grading process, to its eventual sale. Each step was meticulously documented, giving buyers confidence in its authenticity and unique qualities. This level of transparency is essential in building the kind of trust required for multimillion-dollar sales. For those new to coin collecting or simply fascinated by stories of unexpected riches, the 2013 Jefferson nickel serves as a powerful example of why it's worth paying attention to even the smallest pieces of currency. It reminds us that history is not confined to textbooks and museums. It lives in our hands, pockets, and change drawers. Each coin tells a story, and some stories are worth millions. In the wake of this nickel's historic sale, coin grading agencies reported a surge in submissions of 2013 nickels, as individuals across the country hoped to uncover another valuable specimen. While no other coin from that year has matched the $13 million record, several have fetched impressive sums in the thousands or tens of thousands of dollars, reinforcing the notion that valuable coins can emerge from even the most recent mintages. The story has also inspired a new generation of collectors. Young numismatists, drawn by the excitement of discovery and the possibility of unearthing treasure, have joined the ranks of seasoned professionals in the hunt for hidden gems. Schools and hobby clubs have introduced coin collecting as an educational activity, blending history, economics, and critical thinking in a fun and engaging way. The ripple effect of one remarkable coin sale has thus spread far beyond the auction room. Whether or not another 2013 Jefferson nickel ever sells for as much, the legacy of that singular coin is secure. It stands as a monument to the unpredictability of value, the allure of rarity, and the passion of those who dedicate their lives to uncovering hidden pieces of history. For some, it is a lesson in persistence and attention to detail. For others, it is a symbol of the American dream, where even the most ordinary object can achieve extraordinary greatness. So the next time you find a nickel in your change, especially one minted in 2013, take a moment to inspect it. You never know what hidden story it might tell or what value it might hold. And if this incredible journey through the world of coins has sparked your curiosity or inspired you to look a little closer at the money you carry every day, consider joining the growing community of collectors who see coins not just as currency, but as connections to history, culture, and unexpected fortune. If you enjoyed learning about the incredible value and story behind the 2013 Jefferson nickel, and you want more content about valuable coins, hidden gems in your pocket change, or history worth big money, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a discovery that could change your life. Next year was 1996, a year filled with global change and significant moments in American history. In the same breath, hidden in the everyday pockets and purses of millions of Americans, was a coin that many didn't give a second thought, a 1996 Jefferson nickel. At first glance, this 5-cent piece seemed like just another ordinary coin, tossed into coin jars, handed over in change, and sometimes even left abandoned on sidewalks. But beneath its nickel-clad copper surface was a story that would one day make numismatists, collectors, and history buffs alike marvel at its historical and monetary value. The Jefferson nickel had been a staple of American currency since 1938, when it replaced the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin featured a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. Over the decades, slight modifications were made to the design, but the essence of Schlag's work remained. The reverse side of the coin bore the iconic image of Monticello, Jefferson's estate in Virginia. By the time 1996 arrived, the Jefferson nickel was a trusted part of everyday American life, but very few could have predicted how 1 year of mintage would elevate a seemingly common coin to legendary status. So what happened in 1996? Why did this specific year's Jefferson nickel become so immensely valuable? To understand that, we need to look at several factors: historical context, minting anomalies, low survival rates, collector demand, and a wave of renewed interest in rare American coinage. All these threads came together to turn the 1996 Jefferson nickel into one of the most sought-after coins in U.S. history, with some rare specimens being valued at up to $96 million. Let's start with the historical backdrop. In the mid-1990s, the United States was experiencing a period of relative peace and economic prosperity. The Cold War had ended just a few years earlier, and the U.S. economy was booming due to advances in technology and globalization. Americans were beginning to embrace the digital era, and currency was slowly transitioning into electronic forms. But physical coins and paper money still ruled the day-to-day economy. In 1996, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Jefferson nickels across its different facilities: the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by a P mint mark, the Denver Mint, indicated by a D, and the San Francisco Mint, which primarily produced proof coins. For the average collector, the 1996 Jefferson nickel didn't immediately stand out. It was plentiful, easy to find, and not seen as particularly rare. However, over time, specific minting errors and unique die varieties began to surface among 1996 nickels, particularly from the Philadelphia and Denver mints. These anomalies were subtle at first: a slightly misaligned die, doubled lettering, or faint but distinct clashes in the coin's design. For experienced collectors, these small differences were the key to unlocking significant value. The most valuable 1996 Jefferson nickels are those with rare die errors and minting anomalies that occurred in extremely limited quantities. One such error was the so-called ghost Monticello, where the Monticello image on the reverse side was so faint it was almost invisible. Another featured doubled letters in the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "E Pluribus Unum," which was the result of a double die error during the minting process. Even rarer were off-center strikes and planchet errors that made each coin visually unique. These rare varieties became the holy grail for collectors who scoured rolls of nickels looking for that one magical coin, but minting errors alone didn't account for the astronomical value assigned to some 1996 nickels. A key part of the story lies in the grading system used by professional coin grading services. Coins are evaluated on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades indicating better preservation and sharper details. Most coins circulating in the public have been handled, worn down, or scratched, making high-grade examples increasingly rare as time goes on. A 1996 Jefferson nickel graded at MS 70, mint state, perfect condition, is incredibly hard to find. Those that do exist are often the result of careful storage, untouched from the moment they left the mint, or preserved in sealed mint rolls or proof sets. Only a handful of these MS 70 grade 1996 Jefferson nickels are known to exist today. Their rarity and pristine condition make them immensely valuable. In the world of numismatics, condition is everything, and collectors are willing to pay astronomical amounts for coins that are not only rare in variety but also in condition. One auction in the early 2020s saw a flawless 1996 Jefferson nickel sell for more than $3 million. As news of this sale spread, interest in the coin exploded, with collectors and investors scouring old collections and coin shops in hopes of finding a similar treasure. As demand increased, so did the coin's value. Rarity, combined with widespread interest and speculative buying, pushed prices even higher. Over time, myths and legends grew around the coin, with some people claiming they found them in old coffee tins, tucked away in sock drawers, or passed down from grandparents who had no idea of their worth. Stories circulated online and in collector circles about 1996 nickels being sold for tens of millions, and while many of these tales were exaggerated, they added to the coin's mystique. The idea of a 5-cent coin being worth $96 million might seem absurd at first, but it's important to remember that value in the collector's market is not tied solely to face value. It's a blend of rarity, demand, condition, historical importance, and story. And few coins tell a better story than the 1996 Jefferson nickel. With the right combination of a unique minting anomaly and pristine preservation, a single coin can represent a once-in-a-lifetime find, an object of desire that links the everyday to the extraordinary. Beyond monetary value, the coin also represents a moment in American numismatic history. It embodies the quiet transformation of modern coinage and the appreciation of overlooked everyday objects. For decades, coins like the Jefferson nickel were taken for granted, used without thought and discarded when scratched or faded. But coins carry stories. They are tangible pieces of history, passing from hand to hand across generations, each with its own path and mystery. The 1996 Jefferson nickel also sparked renewed interest in American coin collecting. As more people became aware of its potential value, new collectors entered the field, motivated by curiosity and the thrill of the hunt. Coin collecting, once seen as a niche or hobby for retirees, became popular with younger generations. Social media platforms and online marketplaces created a new wave of awareness, and rare coin communities flourished. Videos, articles, and auction highlights spread knowledge faster than ever, fueling the cultural resurgence of numismatics. It is no exaggeration to say that the 1996 Jefferson nickel holds a legendary place in the history of U.S. coinage. Not every 1996 nickel is worth a fortune, most are still just worth 5 cents. But for the few rare examples that meet the stringent conditions of rarity, quality, and demand, their value has climbed to incredible heights. The $96 million price tag attached to the rarest specimens isn't just a number, it's a testament to what makes something truly valuable. It's the history, the uniqueness, the human connection, and the enduring fascination with something so small, yet so full of meaning. As with all things of value, knowledge is power. Understanding the nuances of coins like the 1996 Jefferson nickel is the first step in appreciating their significance. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just discovering the joys of coin collecting, this story reminds us that hidden treasures might be closer than we think, perhaps even in your pocket change. If you found this story fascinating and want to learn more about the history and hidden treasures of US coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another incredible story from the world of coins. There's always more to discover, and who knows? The next coin in your hand might just be worth millions. Next today 1983 The vast landscape of American coinage, few pieces have sparked as much curiosity and debate as the 1983 Jefferson nickel and the 1983 quarter dollar. These seemingly ordinary coins, minted in vast quantities and used in everyday transactions, have developed an aura of mystery and incredible value over the years. While their face value remains modest, 5 cents for the nickel and 25 cents for the quarter, their historical significance and numismatic intrigue have elevated them to legendary status among collectors. Some claims have even placed their value at a staggering $83 million, a figure that stirs fascination, skepticism, and an irresistible allure. To understand the 1983 coins, one must first examine the socio-economic context of their minting. The early 1980s in the United States were characterized by economic transition. The country was emerging from the economic turmoil of the 1970s, an era defined by inflation, oil crises, and stagnant growth. The Reagan administration had implemented a series of policies known as Reaganomics, aimed at revitalizing the economy through tax cuts, deregulation, and increased military spending. These measures led to a period of economic recovery, but also brought challenges, particularly in manufacturing and labor markets. Within this landscape, the U.S. Mint continued its routine production of circulating coinage. The Jefferson nickel, featuring the familiar profile of the third U.S. President Thomas Jefferson, had been in continuous production since 1938. The Washington quarter, first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, remained a staple of American currency. Both coins were mass-produced at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, with billions of examples already in circulation by 1983. Yet, 1983 was not a typical year for coin collectors. It was a year marked by a crucial detail: the U.S. Mint did not issue official mint sets. These mint sets, traditionally sold to collectors and hobbyists, contained uncirculated examples of that year's coinage. Their absence in 1983 means that high-quality uncirculated specimens from this year can only be obtained through circulation finds or by sheer luck in change. This rarity factor has transformed 1983 coins into coveted treasures. The 1983 Jefferson nickel is especially notable among these. While billions were minted, the absence of mint sets and the general wear and tear of circulation means that very few examples remain in pristine condition. Collectors seeking mint state, MS, grades of 65 or higher must sift through vast quantities of coins to find one suitable for certification. What makes the 1983 nickel even more intriguing is its apparent lack of any major errors or anomalies. Unlike other coins that achieve fame due to double dies, off-center strikes, or missing elements, the 1983 nickel's appeal lies in its scarcity in high grades and its symbolic connection to a pivotal economic era. But beyond rarity, why would anyone claim such a coin is worth $83 million? That figure stretches credibility on the surface. The answer lies in the powerful combination of legend, hyperbole, and the sometimes surreal world of speculative numismatics. In the coin collecting community, stories often swirl of rare coins selling for astronomical amounts at auction. While these cases are typically tied to historically significant patterns, mint errors, or ultra-rare pieces such as the 1933 St. Gaudens double eagle, the mythos can bleed into everyday coins when rarity meets narrative. Some enthusiasts and content creators have pushed the idea that the 1983 Jefferson nickel or 1983 quarter could be the next great discovery. Perhaps there's an ultra-rare die variety still hiding undiscovered in circulation. Perhaps a coin struck in error, never before seen, lies buried in a jar of change. Perhaps a mint employee mistakenly created a unique composition that has yet to surface. These possibilities, while remote, keep the dream alive and push values in speculative markets far beyond traditional guidebooks. Then there's the 1983 Washington quarter. It, too, shares the burden, and opportunity, of being minted in a year without official mint sets. Collectors seeking high-grade specimens or full-strike examples with sharp detail must work harder than usual. The result is that certified quarters from this year in mint state 67 or higher can command significant premiums. Add in the known existence of a few dramatic errors, such as off-center strikes or coins struck on the wrong planchet, and the 1983 quarter becomes even more desirable. The face value claim of $83 million is, of course, part of a larger trend on social media and YouTube. Videos and articles with eye-catching titles such as, "This coin is worth $83 million, attract viewers and clicks. Often, these figures are not literal market valuations but instead serve as metaphors for the perceived importance or rarity of a given piece. Still, the power of these headlines to shape public perception cannot be underestimated. They draw new collectors into the hobby, spark interest in overlooked years, and occasionally lead to genuine discoveries when viewers check their pocket change. Beyond the hype, the 1983 coins stand as a reminder of the complexities of coin collecting. They underscore how something as common as a nickel or quarter can become a focal point for history, economics, and storytelling. The Jefferson nickel, with its long history and dignified profile, symbolizes the enduring legacy of American democratic ideals. The Washington quarter, meanwhile, captures the stoic leadership of a revolutionary leader and first president. Together, they represent more than monetary value. They are artifacts of culture, numismatics, the study of coins, thrives on stories. It's not just the metal or the mintage that captivates collectors, it's the journey. Where did this coin travel? Whose pockets did it pass through? What historical events occurred during its life in circulation? In the case of the 1983 Jefferson nickel and quarter dollar, the narrative is layered with economic recovery, the absence of mint sets, and the whisper of undiscovered treasures. Over the years, the coin collecting community has documented countless tales of amazing finds. A rare error tucked away in a family coin jar. An uncirculated piece hidden in a roll purchased at the bank. These stories fuel the hunt and justify the allure of coins like the 1983 nickel and quarter. Even without official proof sets or commemorative releases, these coins hold a special place in American numismatics. The psychological draw of coins from ordinary years becoming extraordinary cannot be overstated. It transforms an everyday object into a mystery. The 1983 nickel, already difficult to locate in high condition, becomes a treasure not only because of scarcity but because of what it represents. It's a slice of American life, minted during a time of hope, challenge, and transition. It's a coin with the potential to surprise, to reveal a hidden truth, to capture lightning in a jar. The journey of a coin is one of transformation. Minted in a blaze of machinery, it enters the world with no control over its destiny. It may land in the hands of a child buying candy, a soldier stationed overseas, or an investor collecting rare dates. Some are lost, others damaged, and a few survive in pristine condition, waiting for a numismatist's trained eye to discover them decades later. The 1983 coins are on such a path, their fates unwritten and their potential value subject to human discovery and imagination. Collectors today who examine 1983 nickels and quarters do so with a reverence usually reserved for rarer coins. The thrill lies not just in ownership but in participation. To hold a 1983 Jefferson nickel in mint state is to grasp a fragment of history, a relic of an era poised between recession and prosperity. To possess a 1983 quarter dollar with a unique era is to own something potentially one of a kind, and while the notion of an $83 million face value may belong more to viral storytelling than hard economics, it serves a purpose. It magnifies the hidden wonders of coin collecting. It invites everyday people to look closely at their change, to educate themselves, and to dream a little. It democratizes history by putting a slice of it in your palm. Coin collecting is more than a hobby, it's an adventure. It's a detective story, an archaeological dig, a historical journey, and sometimes, a treasure hunt. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer inspired by an online video, there's something magical in the pursuit of coins like those from 1983. They remind us that value isn't just in gold and silver, but in story and surprise. So the next time you come across a 1983 nickel or quarter, don't dismiss it as common. Look closer. Inspect the details. Weigh the possibilities. In that small disc of metal may lie a piece of forgotten history, or the next big discovery waiting to rewrite the value guides. And if you enjoy diving into these incredible stories of rare coins and hidden treasures, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with fellow enthusiasts. Who knows? The next $1 million find might be sitting right in your change jar.